Hi, everyone, and good evening. Thank you for being here. It's the 16th day of November. I have to get right into headlines this evening. A lot of news to try to cover, all COVID related, as you can well imagine. We'll talk with our school superintendent, our public health director. We'll hear from the governor in just a few moments as well, and some other updates for you. The only good COVID information tonight coming in lieu of another revelation in regards to another vaccine, and I'll get to that in just a few seconds. I need to make a statement before we go any further, just to let everyone know. A lot of folks missing the news for the latter half of last week in regards to Your News Today not being on air on Howard's last week. All I want to go into at this hour is that I did spend some time today talking with Rick Howard of Howard's Cable, and he tells me that plans have been made to fix some issues with both my picture quality and that zoomed in effect that you may notice I get. You know how when you sit on your remote control for your TV more often than not and hit the zoom button that you don't know where it is and it zooms in and it's hard to get back to normal. Well, my show has that same effect and it cuts off a significant portion of the screen. So in an effort to fix those two quality issues, as well as to try to fix some issues with my show sometimes going over the 6:30 mark, not uncommon for the show to go to 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes over. It's not quite as common, but it also happens when I do have some significant delays or difficulties and the show is 8 or 10 minutes late. Fortunately, that doesn't happen very often, but it causes some issues with Howard's Cable, and my show is cut short right at 6:30 to make way for other pre-scheduled programming. So after talking with Rick earlier today, it's my understanding that hopefully by this Friday we've agreed that we'll be able to make those changes to the picture quality that we hope that you will soon notice, and as well, it looks as though plans are to move Your News Today to another channel and not on Channel 7. So I'll keep you updated throughout the week, but after our discussion earlier today, which I was certainly glad to have, we came up with that solution, and I will keep you up to date on that situation. So kind of summarizes where I was or where I wasn't, if you will, for programming last week on Howard's. Now, moving on. Let's go ahead and begin with our school superintendent real quickly, Scott Helton, telling us tonight that, as you may have heard over the course of the weekend, they had to suspend the feeding program, not being able to serve lunches to our kids who are, of course, in virtual classrooms due to some positive COVID test cooks at least two facilities, I believe North Magoffin and the Magoffin County High School. He says they have worked very hard today to get a fix for that situation about midweek. We also spoke of high school sports, winter sports, football, the playoffs, as well as basketball practice, which is still ongoing. Here's Mr. Helton.
Since last Friday, we've had 2 cooks and 1 teacher test positive. And as a result of those being positive, we've had to quarantine quite a few people that were around those people last week. So that's interrupted our feeding program for the first couple of days of this week. Now we're making some adjustments to try to shift those meals around to other schools to be able to get those out in a timely manner, and I think I've accomplished that today. We're going to be able to start back feeding Wednesday, so there'll be 2 days off this week, today and tomorrow, but we'll resume back Wednesday regular feeding, and we'll carry that through till Friday. And we're hoping that we have isolated enough and separated people enough to where we can continue feeding.
In regards to just school in general, I can only imagine that you have really no way of knowing or even expecting when you might be back into any type of in-person class.
No, we've been meeting and talking regularly with the health department, and one of the things that I tried to do for the past couple of weeks, we've been, if you know, you having a child yourself, we've been virtual with students for about over a month now, and no face-to-face at all. But I was able to offer some in-building instruction, having the teachers come in and do their planning. So last week I had to shift that up and try to reduce the number of people that were in the buildings, and I split the staffs in half, and that did okay. And then we started having more positive things coming up, and so I decided this week we were just sending all staff, non-essential staff, home. Let teachers teach from home. Now that means they're going to be still getting lessons out, but they won't be teaching from the classroom. They'll be teaching from home, and we'll carry that through this week. And then I don't know if everyone understands, but next week we're off. We've got a week off in the calendar for the Thanksgiving break, so there'll be no classes next week. and hopefully this 2 weeks here of trying to have people isolated and out of the schools will help decrease that positivity rate that we're seeing in the community.
I wanted to touch on sports. I'm sure you're aware, Fayette County, I believe, canceling winter sports. Any revelations? I know that you all are monitoring that situation. I know we've been able to keep basketball practice ongoing here as of late. What's the current status and what's changing, or do you foresee changing?
I spoke with our athletic director last night and our high school principal. Right now we're looking at trying to reduce the number of students at practices to 10, if we can do that. And then we're watching this closely. Our games, we got a game scheduled for the end of this month. I'm not sure where we're at on that right now, but like you said, we're watching the state, we're watching the community. I speak with our board members regularly about this, and we haven't made a decision as far as eliminating winter sports. Football, our regular season's ended. Right now, we're just waiting for the state to reschedule the playoffs, and that's changed a couple of times coming out of Frankfurt, so we're in limbo as far as that. But we're trying to keep them active practicing, but if the rate continues where we're at in the community, then we'll have to make an adjustment on that as well. But right now, we're trying to keep the numbers down to a small at each practice with indoor sports at this time. But we've not had any games as far as elementary and middle school. I had a plan to begin at the 1st of December with those practices and things, but that may have to be readjusted if this continues the way it is here.
Any new revelations or anticipation of any from the state in regards to are they talking about any changes? Or I know that we're about ready to color that map in red entirely soon. I'm afraid. Are they talking about anything dramatically or otherwise?
The biggest indication that I get is that they're kind of leaving it at the local levels to make those decisions as far as face to face or all virtual. Right now, the thing is, the one thing that we do get, if you're a red community, you should be playing a red community in sports. So that's going to affect the indoor sports too. There's so many communities, so many school districts out there that are in the red. I'm not sure how that will play out as far as being able to get a game in. If you look at the map, most of Eastern Kentucky's in the red. Most of the state's in the red. So it's going to be difficult to get a game in if you follow those guidelines.
Real quickly, in regards to school playoffs, there's a number of schools as of today who are just going to not participate in the playoff season. There's a list of more than a dozen schools right now that consist of the likes of Fairview, Marshall County, Bracken County, Campbell, Holy Cross, and some other schools, none in the immediate Eastern Kentucky or viewing area as of this time. But so far, more than a dozen schools saying that they are not going to be participating in the state playoffs this year due to COVID-19. And of course, this also on the heels of announcing from the Kentucky High School Athletic Association that they were pushing back the first round of the playoffs until this week on the 19th, which of course is in just a couple of days. So keep you up to date on that as well, and I'll have more local headlines in just a moment.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Conley Tire in Staffordsville or ConleyTire.net right now and get $200 back on a new set of Goodyears, $100 on new Generals, Coopers, Bridgestones, and Mickey Thompsons, all with the smoothest balancing Snap-on has to offer. And if your ride has a light on, let their state-of-the-art Zeus diagnostic machine figure it out for only $35 at Conley Tire. The votes are in and it's unanimous. The Homestyle Bowl is back for a limited time at your Sayersville Lee's famous recipes. Savory chicken strips, kernel corn, cheddar cheese, our famous gravy, all on a bed of beautiful mashed potatoes. It's a meal or a side, and it's for a limited time at your Sayersville Lee's.
Hello, this is Bob Hutchison for Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You know the old saying, when the going gets tough, the tough drive a Ram truck or a Jeep. Okay, so it's a new saying, but it's true. Get 0.9% financing for 72 months on Jeep Renegades and 0.9 for 84 months on the Tough Ram truck. Remember, with our credit rebuilding program, we can put you in a car or truck today.
There is never a good time for a breakdown. They will happen, and your car at some point is going to need some repairs and maintenance. And Black Smoke Performance is open and here with professional, fast, safe service. And they now have certified full air conditioning, diagnostics, and repair to keep you cool in whatever you drive. Black Smoke Performance, 349-8785.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. And to make it even better, the AppWire Holiday Sale starts now with great deals on select Samsung devices. The best devices, like the Note 20 Ultra and Galaxy S20 Ultra, are up to $400 off all month long while supplies last. Or pay even less with a great device like the Galaxy S20 and save over $10 a month off the normal price on the Appalachian Advantage. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Go with All Pro and you'll always get a perfectly finished project backed by decades of experience and thousands of satisfied customers. Always with the best prices on everything from small to large remodels, bathrooms to kitchens to entire homes, or turnkey new construction on everything from garages, homes to retail space. And seamless gutters too. And All Pro still offers 0% financing for up to 18 months and long-term low interest rates on those big projects. For an estimate, call this family-owned business today. As you can well imagine, as has been the situation now for weeks, another significant number of new coronavirus cases here in McGoffin County since I saw you last, with numbers totaling over 20, adding up since Saturday, from Saturday until today. Those numbers in the following update, as well as an update that our Public Health Director, Mayor Pete Shepard, got just today in regards to the first vaccines coming to McGoffin County, its first responders, as well as those essential healthcare workers as well.
We had 4 positive on Saturday, we had 11 positive on Sunday, and we've had 8 positive today.
Can you run through some of those for me as far as relation to any other cases or events?
We had one related to the nursing home, and she's been hospitalized. We've had a few related to line apparel, which we've been getting a lot of those the last week and a half. And we've had a couple related to the North McGoffin School and the McGoffin County High School.
I spoke with already Superintendent Helton in regards to their suspending the food service program today in lieu of those 2 cases. Is there anything else that you need to add from your side of that equation?
No, they took the proper procedure. I think we recommended that, especially in food services, if you get a positive and they stay close together for the day and stuff, doing all that, it'd be better to shut it down just for a little while and keep it under control.
I know it's Monday, so I kind of think I might know where this answer to this question, but have you been able to yet to get an up-to-date number on the number of hospitalized? I know over the course of the weekend, just talking with a lot of folks throughout the community, I think our hospitalization numbers are really starting to add up here as of late.
We got 7 hospitalized as of today, and our total numbers up to date is we've had 363 positive cases, 76 being isolated at this time, which is, I think, our all-time high, and we've got 287 recovered cases.
Any word? The last time it took several days, a week or 2, to finally get confirmation on some folks that we had lost to COVID before we finally did, and I think that number, by my count, stands at 3 and maybe 4. And over the weekend, I heard of the possibility of another couple of folks. Have any of that information come before you yet?
No, I haven't had no confirmation for that.
Vaccination. Just real quickly, any recent developments? You just kind of update everybody on that situation. Everything I'm reading is still indicating that vaccines are coming, even though the numbers are getting scarier by the minute. We do have a little hope, at least.
Yeah, I was on a conference call today with our regional epidemiologist, and they said to be prepared to be able to give the vaccinations to our first responders, nursing homes, and things of that nature, first or second week of December. So they're thinking it's close, and they're wanting us to be prepared.
Just a quick update from neighboring counties. Floyd County yesterday had 9 new cases. They're getting close to 1,000 cases in Floyd County, 859. They've had almost half of those, close to it, 377 just in the month of November. And over in Johnson County, they had, I believe it was 15 cases reported yesterday. No, day before, 6 new cases yesterday. Their total 655 cases. 6 people currently hospitalized in Johnson County. I'll be right back. It's definitely fall and Christmas time at the seasonal shop. They've got new arrivals, front to back, new women's fall clothing with the latest styles and trends, leopard, camo, loungewear, cozy sweaters, and more. And they know these days are a little more relaxed with not as much travel and schedules aren't as packed, so they've got plenty of clothes for casual days at home or around town. Everyone loves a t-shirt, and they've got something for everyone, even the guys. Simply Southern has some amazing fall releases, and they have them all. Boots, bags, vests, Sherpas, accessories, their famous tees, and the home decor continues to arrive daily, and you'll fall in love with every new piece. No matter what your style, they've got pieces for you in your home. And as always, they offer in-town deliveries, curbside pickup, shopping over the phone, shipping, and registries. And their Facebook Lives are back, so follow their page for more information and pictures of new arrivals and deals of the day at the seasonal shop in downtown Sayersville. We know that life cannot come to a complete standstill because of the pandemic, but we can make sure that you can continue to bank safely and securely by calling either branch of the Sayersville National Bank to schedule any in-lobby services, or by using either of our drive-thrus. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5, and the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations. Or by taking advantage of our completely free 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, banking by phone, remote deposit, automatic payment services, and more. Sayersville National Bank, always making your banking easier and safer. Same 6 decades of experience, same undivided dedication and focus on winning your case. New location. The law offices of McFarland and Tinker are now located on Route 114 in the former McGoffin Farm Bureau location. Motor vehicle accidents, Social Security disability, SSI claims, wrongful death and workers' compensation and work injury cases. Call 349-9000. McFarland and Tinker.
Hello, this is Bob Hutchison for Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You know the old saying, when the going gets tough, the tough drive a Ram truck or a Jeep. Okay, so it's a new saying, but it's true. Right now, you can get employee pricing on most Jeeps. Get 0.9% financing for 84 months on the tough Ram truck. Remember, with our credit rebuilding program, we can put you in a car or truck today.
This house for sale in Dixie of Sayersville represents a rare opportunity to have the home of your dreams on a premier lot that is well over a ½ acre in size. It has 4 bedrooms and original wood floors throughout and has been in the same family since 1950. And it's move-in ready with the AC units and furnace just serviced, and it's also a perfect blank slate to remodel to your liking, making it an excellent investment and equity opportunity. It also has an unfinished basement and is steps from the Ramey Park and downtown Sayersville. And it's now on the market for the first time in 70 years for $147,500. Serious inquiries only can be made by calling 606-349-3699. Nearly everything today is about being safe and well, and Parkway Pharmacy has 2 great ways to get your prescriptions quickly, safely, and conveniently. Simply pull up curbside and call and let them know you're there, or circle around the building and drive through. And just in, a fresh inventory of Atalo, premium CBD oil and cream products for managing pain, anxiety, depression, rest, digestion, and more. All at Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville. After multiple days of numbers well into the 3,000s, setting and breaking records each and every day last week, Governor Beshear yesterday announced almost 1,450 new cases of the coronavirus, the highest Sunday number ever. Our positivity rating knocking on the door of 8.9% yesterday. The governor saying that today, if there's no change by Wednesday of this week, they are going to take some more additional steps, saying that all of this is just avoidable. referring to the numbers that we are continuing to see. We could avoid by and large the majority, if not all of it, with simple wearing of masks and the following of other guidelines, which have been established now for weeks and months, saying Kentucky is on track to be exactly like other states. The Dakotas, for example, South Dakota is now, says the governor, considered the worst outbreak in the entire world. Keep that in mind. El Paso, that city there, has brought in refrigerated trucks, tractor trailers, a half a dozen, literally parked on top of each other, and they're having to use inmate labor to transport the bodies into those trucks and rotate them in and out because of the number of deaths there. And today's positivity rate, almost 9%, again, going up about a tenth from yesterday.
So today we're reporting 1,514 new cases of COVID-19. That brings our total number of cases to 139,097. As of today, we have 103 of our 120 counties that are in that red zone, where the spread has gotten critical, and where the incident rate shows us that the spread is truly uncontrolled and that our families and individuals are in danger. That's what that red means, and that you need to take steps, if not to protect people around you, to protect yourself. Today's report also has 173 kids that have tested positive, 173. And we're getting this day in and day out.
Going back to the positivity rating, 8.98% today. I believe today's deaths came in at 3. 2 of them were in their 60s. Later, following the governor's remarks, Secretary Eric Friedlander said that the state is taking new steps, aggressive action with our long-term care facilities, saying that they are discouraging the leaving of residents for any holiday outings, and if any do, they must quarantine thereafter. And they're also going to be limiting communal dining areas, activities, any off-site travel, anything of that nature within our long-term care facilities. He also said that they are also going to be operating with the National Guard 10 strike teams, which are going to be deployed across the Commonwealth of Kentucky to assist any facilities that need it with non-clinical response. The only good news I have coronavirus-wise, Massachusetts company Moderna announced that they have a 94.5% effective rate with their late-stage clinical trial that's just been released. That comes after Pfizer, of course, announced over a 90% effectiveness rate just last week. And with flu season, cold weather, and the holidays around the corner, states are still having to, with that large number of vaccines not getting to the general public until early next year, put in effect serious lockdown measures. Washington has put a stop to wakes, funeral receptions, limiting funerals to the number of 25 or 30 people. Other states banning gatherings more than 6 people in 2 households, limiting Thanksgiving gatherings. Virginia, new restrictions there with restaurants and bars. No on-site alcohol sales at 10 p.m. After 10, and have to close by midnight. The mask mandate has been moved to kids 5 and up instead of 10 and up there. Also, they're going to start enforcing safety guidelines, they say, with grocery stores and pharmacies. And they say violators could have their operating permit pulled and face a Class 1 misdemeanor for not following state guidelines. 2 real quickly, I don't have time to go into our normal calendar and weather. Fannie Lou Williams Allen, 84, of Sagersville, the wife of the late Ross Allen, who passed away just several days before her, herself passed away on Friday, as I referred to in Friday's show. She's survived by her son, Randy, granddaughter, Sarah, 2 great grandkids as well. Graveside services were held earlier today in Fannie Lou's honor. And 84-year-old Stella Hager Howard of Sagersville passed away last Friday as well. The Sagersville Healthcare Center survived by sons Oliver Dwayne, Travis, Billy Ray, and Donald Ray Howard, and daughters Linda Howard, Donna Helton, Marie Jenkins. 15 grandchildren, 23 great-grandchildren. Graveside services to be held tomorrow at 1. Your weather forecast, the short and somewhat sweet of it is tonight mostly clear and right at freezing and 32. Tomorrow mostly cloudy but clearing, 48 chilly degrees tomorrow. Look for winds hitting up to 20, 25 miles per hour or so. It's going to be breezy and chilly tomorrow. Going to feel like close to the low 40s. Tomorrow night clear and a low in the low 20s. Wednesday still in the upper 40s with a lot of sunshine. 20s again Wednesday night. Thursday is our next rebound, 60s and sunshine, and we'll continue that trend for a few days, several, all the way through your weekend when we get back to close to 70. That's my time. Thank you for being a part of it. We will be back tomorrow night where we will be catching up with other local news and information. We hope to see you then. Thanks for watching.